Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is another episode of the Joyride Podcast. This is season 6, episode 2. My name is Ben Psycho, and I'm here with
Manjiru or Mama Tawa.
Oof, hey.
So happy.
Mama T. I'm Baba T, Baba Tawa.
We're so happy to be here. This is episode 2. Thank you so much for the love on episode 1. It feels so good to be back.
Yeah.
How have you felt? Week 1 back.
It was really nice. Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback last week. It was just our first episode. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Thank you so much, Joyriders.
And we said this season, it's not road to 100K, it's road to
Joy.
Yeah. We're not putting any numbers.
Kila mtu ajibambe.
It's not pegged on any numbers. And today's conversation is interesting.
No, wait. Before you even go to today's conversation, I was curious. Did you tell people that you have a coach bag that has Mama T?
Those are things of the world.
Things of the world that tukienda clinic first visit ulikuwa nayo.
But then nilikuwa nasema mimi sitaki kubeba diaper bag like ya mtoto.
And it's a pediatrician, like it's a hospital for kids.
You always have to look fly. It was my first day out of the house.
Yeah.
After a long, it wasn't my first time, but it was a significant moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it felt good to have it.
It's just that even during this whole season, like I really like your shoes.
My drip.
These are very, very drippy. You know, they say if you put this leg like this with those shoes into Lake Victoria, utatoka na Nile patch. They're called fishing nets. What are these? You need to show the shoe. In fact, selfie needs
DC were even in my life.
They're actually stylish and trendy, you know. Just net. With these ones, you can't even get malaria. Treated, right? Monoquill.
I thought we had a son together. I thought there was love.
Yeah.
That was really
But that was drippy. You're very fashionable.
Was really mean. You were also really good.
This is me, man.
You're a Gen Z dad.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Setting the pace.
Really nice. Mwanga would be proud of you. So on to today's conversation, which is
spouse turned to roommate or housemate.
Do you think we're in that phase?
Stay tuned to find out. Stay tuned to find out.
Let me go first.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a long one. Hiya. Question 8. How has a baby shifted this dynamic of you guys being A, spouses, B, housemate, and roommate? As spouses.
You start.
No, you go
No,
first.
no. You were the one who chose the first question. Give us the first answer.
Spouses. I don't know. I haven't, as I said in the previous episode, I haven't had time to really just sit down and think about our relationship and where it is, being introspective, because it's just been marathon. It's just been, at the time you're watching this, maybe 9 weeks. So I haven't had time, but I do feel like there has been a shift for sure. I feel like we don't talk as much as we used to about just us. I feel like our conversations are largely about Tawa, which is what the season demands, but I feel like we don't talk as much as we used to. We don't talk anymore.
Like we used. Definitely, it's changed a lot. Spouse-wise, of course, right now there are no dates, no time alone. There's not much actually. We're just good KU friends. KU is now the best university in Kenya, overtook Nairobi University. And there's a huge shift because even as most of our even as roommates, it's very task heavy. Supposed to do this now, you're supposed to do this on this other side. Is baby awake? Is baby asleep?
Put the baby down. Feed the baby. It's just
to be honest, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
It's just been a lot. And it's easier to forget that you're still my spouse, you're still my wife.
I miss you.
Yeah. Do you?
To hold my hand, I was reaching out. Like, you see, we've lost
roommate.
it. We've lost
that
it.
Chemistry.
Yeah. So.
Is that all?
Yeah. See, we've answered housemate and roommate because now it's very task heavy in the house. It's just like, have you done this? Have you done that? We need to do this. We need to do that. I think the drives that we've been taking have allowed us to, although Tao is always there, but they've allowed us to just.
And you have to sit in the back seat with him.
Yeah.
So me, I'm not just there at the front.
Like an Uber.
Just changing reggae playlist on Spotify, you know?
Ama kupunguza volume.
Yeah. Kuongeza AC.
Yeah. But I think it's made us, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too. I hope it gets, I don't know. I hope it gets better to allow us more time to also just go back to, just me and you.
Yeah. And I think now that we're getting out of the house more, maybe we could do dates.
Are you going to concentrate to my poems?
Are you going to concentrate?
I mean, I don't check the CCTV as much. Like, I don't think once every 15 minutes is not a lot.
We kwanza unaekanga ile talkback feature. So what do you miss about me? Spending time with me.
The hangouts, actually. And having to...
What about them?
It's like
Go deeper.
The way we talk about ourselves. You have this way of, you kept on analyzing, let's analyze this week, let's analyze this season.
The impeachment.
Mrima. Yeah. Let's talk about where we are at. But right now, I don't think we do that anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it making you feel sad?
It does, of course. But I'm encouraged that it's just a season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better, man. It's crazy. Let me read this one. It's a big one. Huh? So it's rank this in order of priority or for you on what qualities make up a good housemate. Clean up after themselves, pay 50% of bills on time, never leaves the sink dirty, cooks for both of you, takes out the trash, keeps the house tidy.
Okay, you start, then you give me because I can't remember.
Or what makes up a good housemate for me? Or clean up after yourself, that's number one. Keep the house tidy, that's number two. Or never leave the sink dirty, that's number three.
Cleanliness is big for you.
100%. It actually puts me in a good thinking frame of mind. Takes out the trash. That's, well, yeah, but iko huko nyuma, so.
But iekwe poa.
In fact, paying 50% of the bills on time and cooking for me, those will come last.
Okay.
You just have to be clean and neat.
I think for sure cleaning up.
And small things like close the door after you, after you. I've even considered putting, those things in offices where the door just closes itself. You just push.
Oh, that's why you keep on getting irritated when you tell me to close.
I don't think irritated is the word. I think farm is what I'm going for.
Why did you get so irritated?
Farm is what I'm going for.
Oh, so it's big for you.
Extremely.
Okay, got it. But when you're carrying a baby on one hand and then 10 other things that the baby needs
What's
on the
your
other
right
hand, the other
leg
person
doing?
is sleeping,
What's your right leg doing?
and the other person is sleeping, it gets hard to do it.
Now I have to hear the screams and the noise.
All right. For me, it's cleaning up after themselves for sure. Sink, never leaves the sink dirty. And the house tidy. Those I think we're the same. Bills and cook food, not too much. Yeah, I think we're same.
So we're more or less on the same page, right?
I don't really mind the door. I can do it for myself if you're busy, if you're carrying the baby on one hand.
Kama shift ni yako mtu abebe mzigo yake peke yake tafadhali. If your spouse did not have any of these things but was intimate with you as and when needed, okay, was an emotional rock and confident, never argued with you on anything and always took your side, was your best friend and fantastic company always. I mean, I can overlook all this other tidy stuff.
I mean, cleanliness, apana. Kwanza you sink. No, we have to have some level of cleanliness.
That's tough. Like, they never argue with me at all. Like I say...
I don't argue with you. A lot nowadays.
This is already an argument. So I'm avoiding it. But they never argue with me. Intimate with you as when you needed. Oh, okay.
No, I think for me, I would still
one.
need you to be clean.
Of course, cleanliness is big.
No,
but this is 50-50 for me, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think they'd be a great housemate? They would not be a great housemate. They'd be a great spouse.
Yeah.
Do you think that intimacy, emotional and sexual, are the basic differences between a housemate and a spouse, or there are other differences? Okay, now I get where this question is going. Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Where is the question going, first of all?
It's to differentiate between a housemate and a spouse.
Okay.
And in as much as you think that for a spouse, it's all about just emotional and all.
Yeah. They still have to be.
They still need to have some traits of
good
being a good housemate. Otherwise, it will be chaotic. So, do you think intimacy, emotional and sexual are the basic differences between a housemate and a spouse, or there are other differences? There are
Other differences for
of
sure.
course. Yeah.
That are important,
Yeah.
just as important.
So the other differences, of course, are the small things, because you see, intimacy will be nice first week, and then now somebody's pouring stuff on your car,
Yeah.
water maybe,
Leaving the doors open,
leaving the doors open.
after they've given birth to a child. And the door becomes the big issue.
And you see, why are you making me look petty?
You could never be petty.
I don't
Joy doesn't know you
I
for
don't
not
like
being
that
petty.
reputation on this show.
Yeah.
There's a way unaiweka si poa.
But nasema mtoke amebeba mtoto na ache mlango wazi, utajam juu ya mlango.
No, I mean, if it's an everyday thing, because I never leave it when you're there. Lakini siku za.
But you're entitled to your feelings.
What are some of the things that I do that are pet peeves for you as a housemate?
I think sometimes you can get too fixated on the nitty-gritties of things.
What? Like what?
Like, this room is too cold. We need to heat it up. We need to set all the 3 heaters on so that it's Tawa who's freezing, but Tawa is not freezing. But it's so that I think you get fixated on small
Why would you
things. Like, kitu haijaachwa place inafaa kuwa.
Yeah, there's that.
You're just like...
But let's go back to this heater thing. Why would you want a newborn to freeze?
I think the newborn is really you, Ben. And I think it's really...
Well, yeah, because I'm in a new season as well. So this is also a fresh new season.
just saying it's...
But did you see that electricity bill?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Safe to say we went back to blankets. You guys didn't tell me heaters were... Hey, that was crazy.
Yeah. I think you can get fixated on tiny
small
issues.
things.
Yeah.
And because for me, I feel like sometimes you're not fixated on the small things.
Like a door. Like, imagine on the grand scheme of things, a door being left open.
I don't know. So are you saying my feelings are not valid?
No, I couldn't.
Are you invalidating how I'm feeling?
No.
Because you see,
if the door means so
our
much
character
to you.
here will determine how we raise our boy.
No, if the door means so much to you, I'll carry Tao on one hand, carry all the things he needs on the other, and still
Right
use
leg.
my 3 legs. Okay?
Okay, next question.
Na bado nipone wound. Sindio?
Ulishapona kitambo sana. Saya kwenda gym bounce back real quick.
What is the difference between a spouse and a roommate / housemate?
Spouse.
I think we just spoke about it.
Yeah, and the connection.
Yeah. Is there a period in our relationship where you look back on now and you think this person is my roommate or housemate? I can't remember.
A season where no, we've also never had that. It was always spouse.
I think now we're there.
Now, if we're not too careful, not even too careful, right? Right now, no. If you're not too careful, we can end up being housemates and roommates. Yeah.
Okay. So if we have, how did we get? So we've said we haven't.
We haven't, but if for this season that we are in, we need to be careful not to be overconsumed by the responsibilities of the baby. However, it's also, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible not to be consumed by this baby because of how cute they are, how dependent they are on you, how irritated they are when you're slow, and just how demanding they are. So it's a bit hard. It's like when you leave the hospital and everybody's telling you, usizoe kushika huyo mtoto, utamwaribu. And you...
Safe to say tumeharibu mtoto yetu.
Yeah, it's bad, guys. Yeah. It's bad. We're actually now trying to unlearn.
To undo what we've
done. And everybody's judging us wrongly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we bothered?
No, we are not.
No, we are not.
But we need to stop those bad sleeping habits.
Yeah.
We'll pay for them. Love is to have. Desire is to want. Okay? Desire attained is not, in fact, all desire. You need to write this down. Do you agree with these statements? Do you think that by living with your spouse, you have, in one way or the other, killed your desire for them? Love is to have, desire is to want, okay? So desire attained is not, in fact, at all desire. Do you agree with these statements? Do you think that by living with your spouse, you have, in one way or the other, killed your desire for them? So let me break this down for you. Hey, I hope I'm right because sasa that would be very awkward. Like, ukijana na you have sweater yake. It's like
Ndio ka half sweat.
yeah, ka head boy.
No, yeah, but I think I understand.
Yeah, what do you understand by this statement?
No, like once you've already gotten this person that you desired, love sets in and then desire checks out. Right? What did you understand?
Okay.
I should have let you.
No, it was this pretty much the same thing, just different wording. It's the same thing. You've desired this person, you've gotten them, now love sustains you. Do you agree with these statements?
I don't think I do, based on my experience, because I don't think that once we started living together, I stopped desiring you. For you?
Oh, do you think what do you think about
Stop asking me questions and just answer.
I
I would love
ask
to
you
know
a
from you.
different question. But anyway, I'll ask it later. No, my desire is still definitely up there.
Yeah.
So it's not been
I
killed
know.
by that. What do you mean you know? There's this quote, love is to have, desire is to want. Is from The Secret to Desire in a Long-Term Relationship by Esther Perel, author of Mating in Captivity. You guys can get the book. It's on eBay. Kindle. She says, desire needs space. Through her research, she has found that people are most drawn to their partners when they're away, when they reunite.
Like absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, absence makes the heart grow fonder. For me, I don't think this works for me. I've always wanted to have the person I love closer to me.
And it doesn't change like your desire. I need to check
doesn't.
some notes on the phone.
It doesn't change my desire. So yeah.
If living in separate space, that may be separate houses, rooms, towns, etc., meant that your marriage had more passion, would you take it? No.
I wouldn't take it as well.
I have to see you. I have to experience you. No, it wouldn't work for me.
So it's mostly like long distance somehow.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't work for me.
And that meant that there was more passion between us.
Like this guy I saw on TikTok the other day, he makes content a lot with those guys for 3 Men Army. He was doing how long distance relationships are like. I don't know, you guys just go check out that video. You're just brushing your teeth. You're not even talking. You're just driving. Somebody goes into the washroom, comes out. You're cooking. Then you just keep peeping there once in a while. No, that wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
That whole desire would
fizzle.
Would fizzle out.
Yeah. I think
Safe to even say when some of my close friends who go abroad and let's say they're going long term, it affects our relationship. Yeah. Why are you louder?
see, because I know.
Yeah, it does. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
Maybe I'm a Pan-Africanist.
Number 1, in your experience, what is the difference between desire and love? I desire you. I think that other question answered it, no?
Yeah, but love is very deep because love is to want the best for the person that you love, despite of anything, despite whether it's a good season or a bad season. It's whatever you're doing is in their best interest. Desire sometimes could be an attraction to something you think you want or someone you think you want based on how maybe you're raised or whatever. While it's still...
Or how you're conditioned.
Yeah, while it's still away. But once you're given now is what determines whether you have the love or not.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you get to know somebody, or it's like before you're looking at the cover of the book. Now when you have it, now when you read. Now love is you reading it.
The book.
And if you will continue reading this book chapter by
Yeah.
chapter.
I think love is more complex than just desire. As
Yes.
you said, desire is just looking at something and wanting it.
Yeah.
But love is more complex than that because it's what everyone keeps saying. It's you choosing this person, loving them flaws and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more complex.
And having the best interest at heart.
Yeah, for them.
So let me ask you, Shiro, do you think our relationship still has the same level of desire as we were quoting? Sure, siwezi kuwa nimeenda gym bure.
No, I think, of course, marriage has upped it. But, I'm still thinking about it from this season of life that we're in. I still think that there's still a lot of desire, but I think it's been clouded by everything that the functionality of being parents.
Yeah, this boy will pay me a lot of money.
So
the amount of black tax
I want to
send.
get out of the fog of newborn phase, especially as a woman, of what my body has gone through. I want to get out of that fog so that I could be able to see clearly, okay, now this is who Ben is now. And I know there are parts of you that have become so attractive to me right now, like seeing you handle Tower, seeing you just becoming a dad. I think that has made you even more attractive to me. But I feel like there are parts of our relationship that have been fogged down. So to answer your question, yes, I think it's been upped, comparing courting and marriage. But then again, there's that element of now parenthood that's been introduced to a marriage. And I feel like right now I'm deep in a fog.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm on the other side of Kimende. Shamaliza to your
You don't get that fog? You don't feel any fog?
me,
You don't
to
feel
be
like
honest,
you've
I
been
feel
drowned?
like, of course, I know we have responsibilities and all, but that hasn't.
You're able to separate?
Yeah. The desire is still strong. Maybe the only time when maybe I was in a fog in Nikiwa theater, but out of that, I was like,
It lasted you what? Because that thing
maybe
took an hour.
40 minutes. I was like, she's a
Must be
patient.
nice being a
She's
dude.
a patient right now. Don't take advantage.
Must be nice being
But
a dude.
after that, that my desire is still there, strong,
Yeah.
solid.
I think even for me, desire kwenda chini has a lot, or desire changing, I don't think ni kwenda chini. It's changing, has a lot to do with the fact that my body even doesn't feel the same like you used to. So there are parts of it that you like, there are parts of it that you don't like. You get the demand Tower needs, even physically, or like maybe your boob. It just makes you feel so iffy.
Really? To be honest, me, I never understand that statement when you tell me. I just,
To be honest
I
with you,
respect it. I just don't understand it.
and to be honest with you, and this may sound, I hope it doesn't sound rude, but I don't also expect you to, because you're a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think only maybe a woman who's gone through the same thing would understand it.
Yeah, to me, you make a bit confusing, but magic. but I totally respect that,
Okay.
and I understand.
No wonder imekuwa off najiuliza mbona ushiki, mbona ni kama unyiti ni mbana huyo ushiki. But now I get it.
So maybe you can try and break that down. What does it really mean when you say you're not comfortable with some parts of your body? Because me, I thought it was just healing.
Physically.
Yeah, and now we are back.
I don't know how I can explain. First of all, I feel like it's one of those things that you have to experience to understand. Number two, it's not just the physical of it. It's like in 2 years. No, in like 1 year, I moved from having a baby, losing a baby, and that was also a physical, emotionally draining process, having another baby, and then going through childbirth, healing through childbirth, understanding breastfeeding, and what that means and what that looks like. That also requires my body. Then my body keeps on fluctuating. 1 minute we are here, 1 minute we are there. There are parts of it that I like, there are parts of it that I don't like. And while I feel like to some extent I've gone back to how I used to be, there are parts of me that still feel like it's just completely foreign. And so understanding that, alafu physical, I'll tell you, like for sure, like breastfeeding has made me feel so like I don't want to be touched. So the best option is just don't touch me. So I
Okay.
feel so touched out by the end of the day, and it's just I want to be alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still,
Bado uelewi.
still rocket science,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. For
fair
you,
enough.
Kwani, how do you interpret it?
I interpret it as once the baby was born, the scar has healed, everything is fine now.
Man.
Go back to life, and that's just how I've been seeing it. According to me, at sijui we're changing, sijui what.
Yeah.
My desire is still solid as it was on day one.
Does me saying this, and please feel free to be honest, it's not like I would bash you, but does me saying any of this like make you understand it better? Does it help?
Yeah, slightly. But that
Sema ile ukweli.
part for at you feel overtouched is what I'm like, what do you mean overtouched? I just don't get it. But as we say, we respect that, and maybe when the time is right,
I, the Lord, will make it happen.
Everything shall align. And that little boy shall pay me a lot of money.
No, I think it's one of those things where I told you, like, I don't think you need to. I think you have to have experience to understand.
So because from my perspective is that during the pregnancy, I give you a lot of leeway because it's science, fluctuating hormones, you know.
Oh, you're trying to say that so that you don't make me sound crazy? But you really mean I'm crazy?
Every time I'd say hormones, that would go south quick. But in my mind, I was like, once the baby is born and you heal, the body will reset back to
ding dong.
Yeah, back to when
factory setting.
Yeah, back to when how life has been. But now the baby has come. Week one, I understood. I mean, you're just from Hosi, you know. Week 2, but now it was week 3. Now you're walking. Now you're okay. And I'm like, you know, what's happening? So yeah, of course, you can also tell the boy has taken a lot of your time, a lot of your attention, and a lot of your love.
And we're just getting started.
He's gonna be kicked out of that room real quick, fast.
I told you guys we did some bad decisions.
Yeah, so I'm genuinely floating and trying to understand, but it's just that I'm also trying to empathize with you, or not. Yeah.
So you are in a fog of your own kind.
This is not a fog. This is a tear gas. It's burning my eyes.
Let's go to the next question.
Yeah.
Let me pick a passionate marriage is a contradiction. Give me belonging, give me continuity, give me transcendence, but also give me mystery and awe all in one. Give me comfort, give me edge, give me novelty, give me familiarity, give me predictability, give me surprise, and lingerie will save us. If you had to choose between a passionate marriage or a loving marriage, which one would you choose?
Let me see that question.
A passionate marriage is a contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
You want both things.
Which one would you
want
choose?
The predictability, the familiarity, but you also want mystery and surprise.
And then the question is, if you had to choose between a passionate marriage or a loving marriage,
why can't I have both?
Yeah, because if you just have the loving marriage without the passion, it's boring slightly, you know?
Yeah. Slightly. You divorce immediately.
I want some, you know, something, you know?
Some spice.
Kuna maandamano leo kwetu. I would balance it out. I'm sorry, this one I won't choose.
Yeah,
this one I'd balance it out. 50-50.
50-50.
With the touch
both are
of
equally important.
With a touch of more passion. I love passion, but also
love.
But it's because also love is. I don't think love and passion they're not contradicting. They're not on the opposite side of the spectrum.
So if you had to choose between, which one would you give more attention? It's okay. I know your answer.
What's my answer?
Passionate marriage. For me, I think I would go for a loving marriage.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. How would you balance them?
See, that's what I'm saying. No, I would want both. I'm saying I would want both.
50-50?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if I had to choose which one gets more, it would be loving. That's what I meant.
Okay.
But at least we balance each other out.
At least.
Mi napenda kupendwa.
Yeah, the whole attention, the whole being treated nice, baby girl.
Talk to me nicely.
It's nice, and then generally you don't even like being talked to harshly, you know. Even when sometimes when you see those trainers who talk to people weirdly,
I can't go to gyms where trainers talk badly.
Don't do that to me. Why do you think I chose passion?
Because unataka maandamano kidogo kwa nyumba.
It's too boring. Yeah,
too boring.
Tension. What nini?
Talking. That's too boring.
Yeah, that sometimes needs a bit more fire.
How do you think we've been able to do it in a marriage? That balance of passion?
I think it's also based on our different personalities. So everyone brings out whatever stands out or whatever is more important to them. You really like that lovey-dovey stuff, man. Like, you really love it.
Yeah.
And like, there's a way you also say how I treat you, that when things are just nice and flowing in our house, I'll just do something to to take things
the
south,
bear.
to take things south a bit, and sometimes they go too south, and the fire is too much. Now I can't
Yeah.
even handle it. But yeah, I like that. I think it's because I also love just a little bit of adrenaline
Yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just a personality thing, I think.
I think how we've been able to balance it out is the fact that we're two different people.
Two different.
And maybe
Kabisa.
God ordained it that way, that Ben is able to bring out the passion element, because if it were up to me, maybe that would dwindle. And then I'm able to bring out the love element, because if
Yeah.
it was up to you, maybe that wouldn't exist.
You think I'm not the person to come up with dates every Thursday? Just review how the past 24 hours.
No,
have
and I'm
been.
worried about what you're going to teach him. That's why I'll be there.
He's a boy. He's definitely wants more activities. And I'm ready for that.
Yeah, but whoever he ends up with, he must learn love, how to show love.
Ndakuwa heal from therapy.
Yeah, okay. You're next.
It's my turn. Let me take the small one. So, do you think your spouse makes a good housemate or roommate? My spouse, who is 100, do you make a good housemate? You do make a very good housemate. You are super organized. There's some. I'm starting to develop a bad habit that I don't want to. Where nowadays, because we have a help nowadays, sometimes I don't know what's in the fridge. I don't know how it got there. I'm just shocked
And
that
we
have
talk about that.
we
by
have
the way.
chicken.
And I won't bring it on the podcast until I talk to you.
I need to be careful, because I used to judge some of the guys who are older, in their 40s, and they can't cook well. But now I'm understanding how it's very easy for you to slide into that.
Vizuri umeileta hiyo
As a
conversation
guy,
tukienda home.
it's very easy for you to slide, because now Wanjiru has sorted what needs to be cooked. We have a very good help who cooks very nice food. So I've noticed, like, the past 2 months,
Hata kitchen
I've
inakangaje.
not cooked anything.
Umeingia
Sijui.
pantry.
Ninajua si hii intro ya hii video tunafanya kwa fridge. Si hiyo intro tunafanya kwa fridge. And we don't do it for the gram. I had to check, So, but slowly by slowly, I'm seeing myself getting into that. And I don't know. Maybe we need to, like, have specific days
holiday.
where I just cook.
Anaenda holiday.
Na utakula mayai gali na avocado na mala.
Na guess nani atakuwa napika juu utakuwa na tawa.
Tower. Yeah, so yeah, I'm seeing. So I like the way you were that. You can be so orderly that somebody can be very comfortable.
Yeah.
About that.
I think you make a very good housemate, because you deal with the things I don't want to deal with. Especially like things to do with issues around the home. I really don't like dealing with that. I don't want to know kama kulikuwa na maji ama kukuwa na maji ama kuliendaje. I really don't want to deal with that. I don't want to know what the estate did. I don't know what they're planning.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what they're planning.
You're not even in the WhatsApp.
I don't care.
You don't even go for the meetings.
I really just don't care. So you really cover that aspect really, really well. And so you do make a great housemate, because you do the things that I find too difficult to handle.
You have water issues 2-3 days. The fourth day wanaona movers.
Nataka kuhama. Then what makes me a terrible housemate?
Not because you don't deal with the hard stuff, like the technical bits to say. Not really. But that ile kustima ilikuwa na issue, you guys could care less, eh? You just want electricity.
Ningekaa. Ningehama. I wasn't born to struggle with some things.
What makes you a terrible housemate sometimes? Really, it's just the nitty-gritties, which I echoed when we started the show. Number 2, sometimes we are too different. You want a lot of cold. I want a lot of heat. I want heat. Me, I don't want, this is not Iceland. I'm passionate. It's hot. So sometimes we just don't meet at such. What makes me a terrible? I'm sure that you will struggle to find this answer, but if you look deep within.
I think also, like what you've said, that you focus on the nitty-gritties of things, and sometimes, and
That's
we
too
can
small.
just let them go.
Just that.
Yeah, just that. Otherwise, I think you're a great housemate. Last one. What activities in a house setting do you think will begin to deteriorate desire the most in your relationship? Morning breath, bathroom routine, cleaning a bathroom or shower after your partner's use, the routine of seeing them every day, and then partners' habits that are your pet peeve.
Let me see that.
Say for me and then I'll say for you.
What activities in a house setting do you think will begin to deteriorate? For you, it's morning breath. And I don't understand. It's just bacteria. That's in everyone. It's not poison.
We can't die.
Yeah, of course.
For me, it's strictly morning breath. I can work around everything else.
Yeah.
Let's brush our teeth.
Partners, habits. So things that can reduce what you say for me actually, because I've said for you, morning breath.
I think partners' habits that are your pet peeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can really throw you. That can make me look like the most annoying human being. Yeah.
My goodness. But it's awesome. It's actually been awesome living with you. This is what year? This is third year.
Yeah.
It's actually been awesome living with you. Just small amendments that we can work on here and there. And pray for, nothing much.
And I think the baby has introduced a new dynamic that's also been interesting. I think on the flip side, in as much as it's turned us into housemates and roommates for this season, I think it's been really beautiful to see you embody that season really well. I don't think there's a season I've seen you so hands-on in everything than this season, which makes you super attractive.
Yeah, hands-on. Yeah. So I'm equally happy for this season. I hope that we'll get beyond the fog and the tear gas, and the boy will grow up. He'll be solid, have his own life, and I love him. I love him to death.
But he needs his own life.
He needs to grow. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you feel like we've not tackled anything in this area. Please leave it on the comment section below. Give us your feedback. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. This is the road to joy.
Yeah.
Kushukuru mimi sitachoka.